Last night it was the NBA suspending its season.
Major League Baseball also suspending operations.
Breaking news, the NHL will be halted.
They say the season will resume when it's right to do so.
Back in March, as the weight of a global pandemic settled on Canadian shoulders, a group of friends started asking each other, how can we help?
It started with a couple of friends of ours. We were just messaging each other because we have loved ones and family members who are on the front lines, and we wanted to figure out what can we do to help, because a lot of them were telling us they didn't have supplies.
There was a group that I knew that was forming from like a beer hockey league that I play with. I had a friend there that was sourcing baby monitors, so we helped kind of rally all the people that play to get baby monitors.
One of the doctors told us they needed them for their unit, Hamilton General, because in their units they don't want to expose the doctors and nurses unnecessarily to COVID, and they didn't want to burn through their PPE supplies.
They organized and called their mission Conquer COVID-19. They held drives to collect donations of personal protective equipment. Then they worked with hospitals and healthcare facilities to get the PPE where it needed to go. Around the same time, one of Canada's best-known med students was getting first-hand frontline experience. Nothing like training to be a doctor in the middle of a global pandemic. How's it been going?
Yeah, I don't think any of us thought we'd be finishing medicine or, doing anything remotely related to medicine in a pandemic.
Just tell me how you first got involved with the whole Conquer COVID-19 campaign.
Some of my other friends in hospitals across the GTA were telling me that they felt that they were going to run out of PPE within a few days, and so I felt that it was the least I could do is just send out a tweet and to say that, hey, we need some help, we need some gear. And 10 minutes after I sent the tweet, I got a text from Ryan saying, would you like me to amplify that?
Ryan, of course, is Canadian actor Ryan Reynolds.
She and I have had a relationship for years, and I just asked her if I could help in any way.
Once Hayley had come on board and Ryan came on board, was just discussing with her daughter that maybe we should design some t-shirts or something for the volunteers.
Once the t-shirt was introduced, it kind of took it to another level in thanks to how you described it.
Sometimes honesty is the best policy. I mean, that shirt was pretty boring.
We're asking every Canadian to purchase this t-shirt, and as you can see, it's boring as f***.
More than 21,000 t-shirts were sold. PPE drives were receiving national exposure Canada-wide.
Let's talk a little bit about the team, because it was very multicultural, very diverse, very Canadian when you think about it.
I'm really proud of my country and how it stepped up to this challenge and really drew people from rest to effort in a way that I don't think I've ever seen before. So I was just completely speechless and blown away.
We all came from like every walk of life, every race, every religion. It was really a team effort. I think it speaks to our response, the fabric of this country, and just how multicultural it is and how amazing it is to live here.
I don't know if this is the appropriate way to say it, but I was one of the only white people that I initially saw. It really struck me that, this is Canada, and it doesn't matter what color you are or what gender, what race, we're all here to help each other, and I feel like Conquer COVID really represented the best of who we are as Canadians.
We collected $2.38 million in donations. We collected 600,000 pieces of donated PPE equipment. Best Buy donated 400 or more tablets.
Yeah, they donated 450 tablets to basically healthcare facilities so patients could communicate with their families.
This was another of Canada's come from away moments. We had to adapt so quickly, and I almost can't remember how crazy things were at the beginning.
So when you look in that storage room and see the PPE that's there, what does that kind of represent to you?
To me, it represents, I think, generosity of a lot of Canadians, people working together to help.
I never anticipated that people would step up in this capacity, and it was really moving to receive some of the letters and messages that we received. That was really touching.
It kind of reminded me of how minor hockey is run in this country, whereas if you don't have moms and dads and volunteers doing it, you don't have a hockey system. And so I think that we did it in the most Canadian way that you possibly could.